When NCIS Origins premiered, fans of the NCIS universe were eager to see how the series would explore the early days of a young Larry Jeffrey Gibbs. Set in the 1990s, the prequel follows Gibbs as he navigates his early career as a Marine and a rookie NCIS agent. But as the show dives into Gibbs' past, it also brings back key characters, including a possible reunion between Franks and Tish, one that could continue a heartbreaking NCIS tradition that has haunted the franchise for over 2 decades. Mike Franks and Tish. A reunion with consequences. Mike Franks is an NCIS legend, serving as Gibbs' mentor and the man who shaped his no-nonsense approach to law enforcement. Though he was killed in NCIS Season 8, his presence has loomed large over the series through flashbacks and references. Now, with NCIS Origins diving into Gibbs' formative years, it's only natural that Franks would play a significant role in shaping his future. However, NCIS Origins has also teased the return of another important figure, Tish, a woman from Frank's past who could reveal a hidden chapter of his life. Fans have long speculated about Frank's early career and the relationships that shaped him before he became Gibbs' mentor. A reunion between Franks and Tish could provide vital insight into his character, but it could also spell heartbreak in a way that follows a painful NCIS pattern. The NCIS trend. Love and loss repeatedly haunt characters. One of the most consistent and tragic patterns in NCIS history is the franchise's tendency to introduce deep, emotional relationships only to rip them apart. The show has repeatedly put its characters through immense loss, from romantic partners to close friends and even mentors. If NCIS Origins explores a reunion between Franks and Tish, it could easily follow this trend, forcing Franks to endure the kind of heartbreak that has plagued NCIS characters for years. Gibbs and Shannon, the ultimate tragedy. The most well-known example of this painful trend is Gibbs' own backstory with Shannon and their daughter Kelly. Gibbs' first wife and their child were murdered by a cartel hitman, a tragedy that shaped his entire life. The loss made him emotionally distant and haunted him well into his later years. If NCIS Origins showcases Gibbs' early career, it will likely revisit the pain he experienced, reinforcing how NCIS has always used devastating losses to define its protagonists. Tony and Ziva, a love story riddled with tragedy. Another painful NCIS trend involves Tony DiNozzo and Ziva David. Their relationship was one of the most beloved in the franchise, but just as they seemed to find happiness, Ziva was presumed dead in a terrorist attack. Years later, she was revealed to be alive, but the emotional turmoil for Tony and their daughter, Tally, had already left lasting scars. NCIS Origins could continue this tradition if Franks and Tish's reunion follows a similar fate, where their connection is cut short by tragedy. Bishop and Torres, another heartbreak. Bishop and Torres were another NCIS pairing with undeniable chemistry, yet their relationship was never fully realized. Just as their bond seemed to deepen, Bishop left the team, leaving Torres struggling with another unresolved loss. If NCIS Origins introduces a meaningful relationship between Franks and Tish, it could follow the same path, teasing something deep and emotional, only for it to be torn apart by circumstances beyond their control. How Franks and Tish's story could play out in NCIS Origins. If NCIS Origins brings Franks and Tish back together, it could explore a powerful love story filled with tension, history, and unresolved emotions. However, given NCIS's history, their reunion may not end in happiness. There are several ways their relationship could follow the franchise's painful trend. A relationship destined for tragedy. Franks has always been portrayed as a hardened, no-nonsense agent with a deep sense of duty. If NCIS Origins explores his past with Tish, it could reveal that they once had a passionate relationship that was cut short by his commitment to the job. Their reunion could reignite old feelings, but if the show follows NCIS's pattern, Tish may be in danger, perhaps targeted due to Frank's work. A tragic ending, such as her being caught in a crossfire or forced into hiding, would fit the NCIS mold of great love stories ending in heartbreak. The mission that changes everything. Another possibility is that Franks and Tish reunite in the middle of a high-stakes NCIS operation. Perhaps Tish, now an intelligence officer or an undercover agent, becomes involved in a case that Franks is working on. Their reunion would be emotionally charged, filled with unresolved tension and memories of what could have been. But if NCIS Origins continues the show's painful trend, their mission could end in disaster, leaving Franks with yet another deep wound. Tish's disappearance, an unresolved mystery.